What's happening, gamers? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405, where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Be so kind to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I definitely see it. I don't know why the public doesn't see it, but I do see it. And you know, always leave a comment. I definitely like to hear your thoughts on any video that I make or put out, podcast, whatever. But anyway, so let's talk about the PlayStation 5. Like last night on the next podcast, we was talking about this rumor about PlayStation 5 was going to be backwards and frontwards capable or whatever, right? So I looked at that as, I've said this, and I've said this many times on other podcasts and also on this channel, by basically just saying this would be the smartest move for PlayStation. It would be crazy for them not to utilize this, especially when they have such a huge fan base right now. They have 63% of the market share in Europe. That's crazy. So why would you cannibalize yourself by bringing a PlayStation 5 and starting all over again? There's been different hints to where this was leading to. So again, like I said, this is a rumor, but I think that this is an absolute real thing, just by these couple of factors. They changed talking about sales, then going to users. You know, Xbox has been doing this for the last couple of years because they were adamant about talking about that they're trying to end the generations. I think maybe PlayStation themselves, or I should say Sony, didn't really know what they had on their hands after the success of what the 360 was, and when they were coming with the 4, they didn't think that they were going to have the success that they had. You could just tell about so many strategies and different steps that they've taken, and then how it took off, and it all started, you know, of course, of the price range, the resolution gate, all of these other factors that came in, the game, and that's the games, all of that, right? So it would be crazy for them not to keep this fan base and have them come over to the PlayStation 5 or stay on the PlayStation 4 or the Pro and still keep their library of games. It is something that Xbox has been looking to do, and PlayStation, I think, is now jumped on board, and it definitely will happen. Now, for naysayers, they go out and they say crazy stuff about, well, this takes away from the hardware, from pushing the hardware. I want the games to be utilized to the utmost ability. And all you have to do is, you don't have to look at PC. PC has been doing this for a minute because of people having different graphics cards. But all you have to do is just look at the Xbox One X. You look at the difference between Xbox One X games compared to your S, compared to your Xbox Fat. It's night and day. I know this firsthand because when my X messed up, it kept overheating. They took it to fix it. I sent it to fix it. I had to get the X, I had to bring the Fat out, and I was playing certain games, The Witcher, Gears, and Madden, just different games. And once it didn't seem like it was that much of a difference until I got it back. And then I'm seeing Assassin's Creed and all these other games. Gears look like a totally different game. Madden looks like a totally different game. It was the differences was astounding. So again, that whole theory about that it takes away from them pushing the newer hardware, it's absolutely asinine. That makes no sense. Plus, the way that these consoles are being made, they're more dev friendly, so there isn't no burden on the devs for having games being made on different consoles, especially if they're all going to be on one ecosystem. Also, if you just look at the generation with the 360 and with the PlayStation 3, how long that generation was, there was still games that came out that looked extraordinary. Halo 4, nobody had no idea that 360s can make a game look like that. And the same with The Last of Us. Nobody thought that. So there's still plenty of juice left in the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So if you have new iterations, it's a great option for people who may not want to buy a PlayStation 5 right off the bat, and they rather wait until the price goes down, or they just happy with what they have. The same with Xbox when you have an X already available. That's why I say it's almost future-proof to where it can go deep into the next gen, because there's still more power to be pushed out with these consoles. And with the backwards compatibility situation with PlayStation 5, it would make sense for them to try to use all the games on their library, but I think that they're going to have a different strategy. I think we already seen the writing on the wall when they did the PlayStation 1 Mini. I just look at it from a business standpoint, is where would you make more money if you would just bring out some PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 games and have them for anywhere from $4.99 to $19.99, I guess how popular the game could be? Or would you want to have a mini, sell it at $100, and then ship them out there, and then you see that they're already sold out? Just think about that with a PlayStation 2 mini. They would make a hell of a lot more money than they would by putting a lot of these older games on PlayStation Now. I think that they'll put some of the greatest hits out there, but if you're willing to see, you know, Toshinden 1, 2, and 3 out there, I doubt it very seriously. I think what they'll do with the backwards capability is going to be with some PlayStation 3 games, all of PlayStation 4's library. That's probably as far as it goes, and then put a couple of sprinkles of the old classics, but they're not going to utilize as many games as I'm thinking. So it's still a benefit, you know, as long as they can put out the cipher filters and things like that. But like I said, I think it would be a better strategy to put the minis out there. And of course, are they going to do what like Xbox does? If you own those games, you can play them. I mean, that we've seen that they did a turnabout, especially when Andrew House came out and started saying that who plays older games. They've seen the success. Games that were older, they jumped back up in the top 10 because people were buying them. So if these rumors are true and Sony does this, then this is going to be a game changer for all of us as gamers, because the end of the generations are going to be pretty much over. It's going to be the era of options and services, something that so many people scoffed at, that actually Xbox, they've seen this coming. Also, you see that Google and Amazon, they're jumping into it. Nintendo, they've gotten themselves back into the game, but they're staying in their lane. Xbox has bought all these studios. The games are coming for them. So what is it going to be all about? What it should have been about from the very beginning, and that's about the games, and that's about whatever strategies that these guys want to do. PlayStation going hard with the VR. Xbox is going to be doing something with the streaming. Nintendo, don't know, but Nintendo have their IPs. There's still a winning ticket for them. So it's going to be pretty fascinating. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think these rumors are true? I do. And it would be really smart for them to do it. So everybody have a good one. To the next video. Peace.